Hi there. I know, long time since I posted a video and I apologize. I've been getting a lot of interaction on my YouTube and that is so awesome. The whole reason why I created my YouTube channel was to interact with other people that were considering a pain pump or had been through pain and having stories similar to mine, going through things similar to me. So the fact that people are finding my channel and have so many questions is so awesome. So I figured I would post an update. I apologize I look as awful as I do. It's morning and I'm at home with my kids. We're in the middle of quarantine. I'm sure everyone else is quarantining as well, especially if you have chronic conditions or critical conditions. You know that it's very important right now that we are all staying safe inside, because there's others not taking precautions for us, and that's okay. We can take care of ourselves by just staying inside. So I guess first I just want to kind of update and let you guys know that in August it will be 1 year since my surgery, and today is May 19th, 2020. So in August it'll be 1 year since I had my pump placement, and I can honestly say since my pump has been placed, it has been a truly life-changing experience. So before I had my pump, I would have flares almost every day. I was so uncomfortable all the time, even if I wasn't at that like peak pain level where things where I couldn't get out of bed or I couldn't do something with my family. I was still getting up and going to work and doing what I had to do, but by the time I got home, I was useless. You couldn't get anything out of me. It was like it took everything in me just to do what I had to do, and then I was done. And I no longer have that, and it's just, it's incredible. I wake up in the morning and I immediately pop out of bed. I don't have medicine fatigue anymore, which I don't know if that's like the clinical term for it, but in my experience, what I consider medicine fatigue is where I would take medicine before I'd go to bed so I could sleep through the night and not wake up in pain. But in the morning, by the time I would wake up, my medicine would have wore off, so I would wake up feeling miserable. I would not have the energy. I would be in pain. So I would have to take a pill while laying in bed and wait for that medicine to kick in before I could get moving and do what I had to do. And I don't experience that anymore. I wake up immediately and I am immediately ready to go out the door. It is just, I just can't even begin to say how much the Medtronic pain pump has changed my life. So when I first had the pain pump implanted, I think the video may still be posted, but I may have hidden it with privacy. If I did so, I apologize. But there was some things that I had posted a year ago that I just don't feel comfortable being out there now. I've had some major life changes that privacy is kind of an issue now. So if I did privatize those videos, I apologize, and I'll try to kind of keep you in the loop as much as I can as I talk here. So when I first had my pain pump, I was having horrible spinal headaches. So when you have your pain pump implanted, they have to go through your spinal fluid to obviously interject that medicine into your intrathecal spinal column so that the medicine can go where it needs to go. And when I had mine done and when I had my trial done, I lost too much spinal fluid. And sometimes it just happens with people. They don't know why. Some people lose more spinal fluid than others. I have met people that have had their pain pumps implanted and never had that issue. I unfortunately had it both with my trial run and with my actual pump placement. So right after my pump placement, I had a horrible spinal headache. It lasted 2 weeks. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't sit up. I couldn't go to the bathroom on my own. Like, it was pretty miserable. And that alone made me start feeling like maybe I made the wrong decision. I was having headaches on top of that with my medicine just not working with my body. I was very nauseous because of the medicine. There was a lot of things that was just not interacting well when my pump was first planted. So I was feeling really defeated, thinking I had made the wrong choice, even though I had waited 2.5 years to actually make the final choice to go through with the surgery. I had done my research, I did my education as much as I could to make sure this was the right choice for me. And then coming out of surgery and a month later still feeling miserable, I really felt defeated. I felt like I'd made the wrong choice. But fortunately, working with my doctors, we kept working with the medicine. You know, they listened to me. They kept, you know, they made sure that if it was something I was dealing with, they were trying to troubleshoot it with me to figure out what was going on. And by the end of month 3, I think, it got to a point where I finally hit that sweet spot. I wasn't nauseous anymore. I was finally feeling the full experience of the pump where I had no pain. Every once in a while, I still get breakthrough pain, which is where you can get boluses, which is just like in the hospital when you have a pain pump if you've had surgery. And you can push that little button to get an extra dose of medication when you're feeling that extra pain. So they had mine automatically set when I came out of surgery where I got 3 a day. I got one at 7 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m. I didn't have to push any buttons. It was an automatic thing at 7 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m. My medicine automatically gave me a little extra boost. I would still have that regular steady flow throughout the day. But then at those 3 time frames a day, I got that extra spurt. And we chose those time frames. They are choosable by the patient. And we chose those 3 time frames for me because that's generally the time I wake up, the time I go to lunch at work, and then the time that I'm getting my kids ready for bed and things, you know, those are my 3 major times that things are happening. So those were the times that we chose for me, but everyone can choose different times. And some individuals get more boluses. It just solely is based off the patient and what you need. So it's been 2 weeks now. 2 weeks ago, I had a discussion with my doctor that there was still some things that the pump wasn't covering. So in the past, I've talked about painful sex with me and my husband. And I don't know if YouTube's gonna flag me for saying that. But it became a part of where I just couldn't do it anymore. It was so painful. And then I found, even after my pump placement, and because the ideal point of my pump was to cover my stomach, my abdominal, from under my breast to my pelvis, because of all the abdominal surgeries I've had, I had a lot of pain happening there. So unfortunately, my pump really wasn't covering my lower than my pelvis, we'll just say that. And so when it came to activities with my husband, it was very painful still. And so we kept having that conversation with my doctor, and I was like, it just, you know, I was starting to feel defeated again because in my mind, I had set it up to, once I had this pump, everything was going to be better. My stomach was going to be better. My life with my husband was going to be better. And then to kind of find out that that wasn't true, it really kind of broke me down. But thankfully, my doctor listened to me and we were able to talk and work out something extra special. So they gave me, and I'm sorry I don't have it on me. I promise I'll set a picture here or something. So they gave me the monitor, and it's basically a phone and this little flat panel, which, like I said, I'll show you a picture here now. So this is the pump monitor. So you would turn it on. You hold it up against your stomach, wherever your pump is, which it actually goes that way, the light on the pump. And then you just have this little handy device. And it even says Medtronic on it. And you go in here. And when you're ready for your medication, you just post. I have 6 boluses that I'm allowed to use daily. And I've never used any of them, I've never used all of them. I use some of them a day, obviously. I had 6, I have 5 now. But I've never used all of them as far as the 6 that I have daily to use. And I've had this for about 2 weeks now. So we'll see if I need them all. But yeah, so this is the device. It's just like a little cell phone. There's nothing on here, no camera, no phone abilities. It's literally just the Medtronic app to cover this little thing. And like I said, you just put it on your belly and there you have it. You make sure it links, and it'll say like linking, and then you push the button and it says when your medication's been started. And it allows me to control my boluses. Once that happens, and I haven't even communicated this with my doctor yet because I haven't been back since we set this up, it has been a game changer. So I am able now to control my boluses. So for example, the other night, you know, husband and wife being intimate, and it got to a point where it was so painful and I thought I was gonna have to stop, but then I was like, wait a minute, I can control my boluses now. So I pushed it just to see what would happen. Complete game changer. I was able to enjoy the rest of the evening with my husband and had no pain. And then after, because I'm on a 30-minute lockout on my boluses, so that means that I have to wait 30 minutes between I can push that button again. So 30 minutes later, once I was able to push that button again, I pushed it again, and it continued to cover me for afterwards when I would generally be in a lot of pain because I tried. Now it covered me during and after. So it was really a game changer. It really changed my life as far as that goes. And I haven't even communicated that with my doctor yet. So I can't wait to go in and tell her how much more awesome that is to be able to have that piece of my life back that's been gone. And it's really emotional to be, you know, I'm young, and to have that, be able to have that back with my husband, it's very important to me. And so yeah, it's a complete game changer. And I'm sorry, I can't really think of a better word than that other than life changer. Because for me, this has been a really big deal. And I think Medtronic really needs to get out there and try to get more patients talking to other people and being a voice for them, because I think that the lack of knowledge out there for this ability to help patients is really not known about. I had no idea what this was before my GI had sent me to this pain management, and then they decided that this was the right route for me. I never in a million years would have had this on my radar. And now I feel like a completely different, I feel like me again. I feel like me 3-4 years ago before everything started going really bad. And for being 29 years old, that's a big deal. I feel 29 again. I don't feel like I'm 50 and I can't do anything with my family. So I'm open to questions, and of course, if you want to share your story with me, if you you know, whatever, I'm free. You know, there was a person that asked me to PM them. I don't know how to private message on YouTube. I'm so sorry. If there's a way to do that, I haven't figured it out yet, but please feel free to email me. If you need my email, I'll leave it in the comment section or the detail section, description box, whatever it's called. And please feel free to email me. I will happily answer any questions you have. That way, if it's personal and you don't want to leave it in the comment section, please feel free to email me. And yeah, so anything else, please ask, and I promise I will try to do an update sooner than this one. Life just gets in the way and is hectic. And if you have anything else, like story-wise, you want to know, not really stories, but, you know, the truth, or, you know, you need more information in regards to this, please let me know. I'm happy to share. All right, guys, bye.